Yesterday's attempts at some of this wasn't exactly entirely ideal.
Yesterday.
It's most definitely maybe. It's definitely feeling like something. I'm an idiot though, because I didn't do this, so that's real good. Why did I come over here? It did work. Just stick with what we know works. WD-40 would not be a bad idea. I forgot to grab some, so we're just not going to worry about that. We're going to stick to the old brake clean in silicone, which I'm actually surprised at how well that actually did work. I suspect that it will work again on this side. And we're going to put some gloves on today because this takes forever to get all the stuff cleared out, all your fingernails and everything. I hate trying to put on socks or gloves when my hands are kind of slightly damp or my feet are wet. Get out of the shower, you try to put on socks. Hate it! My hands are still a little bit sticky, but I think we'll manage. We'll find out in just a second here. Keep some talcum powder around specifically for this. Yeah, and get some of that power lifter chalk just so I can put on some nitrile gloves. Alright, so we've spent probably the majority, the plurality of our time just putting on a pair of nitrile gloves. That's great, and I bet you as soon as I start this, they're going to tear, but that's fine. Whatever. We're doing our best here. Now, so I noticed this here at full extension rubs a bit on that. I don't know if that's actually a problem or not, but it's just weird because it doesn't do that on the other side, and it makes me a bit concerned that there's actual discrepancy from one side to the other. I don't know why that would be. I do need to get new coilovers for this. These shocks are pretty worn out, I think. Crimp that down a little bit. Nope, we're just making it worse here. Almost there. Cool. Very good. Alright, now going to be a 17. Let's tighten, loosen. This is 3/8. Go. I think this should just spin right off, if I'm not mistaken, especially if I turn it in the right direction. Now, let's see how badly stuck this thing is. It shouldn't be that bad.
Don't say that!
Because I know I had this one apart, so a couple of hammer thwacks, it'll be good to go.
Don't say that!
Not quite there yet. Why is this thing fighting me so much? Just had this apart. It shouldn't be like this. Let's see. Not quite yet, huh? A little brake clean in there. You see how much of that rust came out there? Let's get a better angle on that. We can hit it straight on. Ready? There we go. Did not want to leave, did it? Let's get our light. Something resembling what we did on the other side. That works great. So this side doesn't look nearly as bad, and I think that's because the boot is way more intact. Just sort of broke off at this piece right here, rather than kind of tearing this whole part of the bellows out. We're working hard. Working hard to be lazy here. There we go. Nice. I like it. Cool. And now, these threads look pretty gross. Let's clean those up. They're starting to look okay. Wondering if I can just, let's see. We need to hang on to this. We just cut this out here on the other side. And we just didn't bother with the key ring thing. There we go. Cool. Gotta approach this from this side. There we go. This one's actually a lot easier to get to for some reason. I think it's because the output shaft. Yeah, it's the exhaust that was making it a pain in the ass before. Look at this. This is way, way easier. Make sure this doesn't... Oh, yeah, it does. Nope, that's not the one that we wanted to do.
What?
Dude, I'm an idiot, dude. Are you kidding me? It's this thing. Anyways, edit that out. Right. Don't Don't worry about that. We'll just cut that. I'm glad that I did not start going to town on that because that's my CV boot. I just changed those. Those are brand new. No, instead we gotta get in here, and that sucks either way. There's no two ways around it. It's a pain in the butt. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, that's a comforting noise.
You never show fear.
What was that? Was that the table? What the fuck was that? Nice. Clear this band here. A good grip on this thing. And just twist it off. That would be kind of convenient, right? Doesn't feel like that's an option available to us at the moment. Pliers are not the way to do it. You need snips or dikes. Something with some cutting power. And the only real issue with that is getting a good purchase on our little band here, which does kind of suck. So let's try to dig under the lip here a bit. See if that doesn't help at all. Damn it. Okay. Let's do this. That feels like something. Let's see if we can turn this to break that band. Got a little distance out of that. This next little bite here, we should have that. Yeah, I think it broke. There we go. Sweet. So now what we gotta do, clean this back up, throw a little grease in it, and we'll get to putting the new one on. Hopefully that doesn't suck nearly as much as the other side, because that was mind-bending. That was one of those parts of a project where you start to question how much you enjoy doing the thing that you choose to do. Let's get one of the tub towels. You know what? Actually, let's start up here so that any of the mess that would be on this doesn't get inside here. I think that's the idea. Oh, and there's no teeth on this side. That's interesting. So the actual rack part of the rack only on the other side. If we can angle the light in there a little better. Oh, look at that. Okay, stay. Let's get all this boopy out of here. Get all this goop-a-doop. That stuff's probably been in there since... It feels a little sandy in there. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's make sure that that's somewhat clean in there before we put new grease in. Alright, that's alright. I think that's alright. Seems like it to me. It might not matter. There we go. Feels pretty good. New gloves. Gloves are being such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I need to get some talcum powder. This is stupid. So the secret sauce to this is what we did on the other side. For my estimation, that's totally fine to do that. So they put zip ties. So they put all of the zip ties in one, but not the other. I don't fucking get that. What happens if you open the wrong one first? What kind of logic is that? These came in a bag. And each one is bagged individually. Right? Now, they're not sold individually, but they're bagged individually. So that means that you have a 50-50 chance of opening up the one that has the zip ties in it. And why would I assume that there's zip ties in here anyways? I guess that's nice, but what the f*** are you doing? Why wouldn't you put 2 zip ties in one and then 2 in the other? And not these 2, I meant this 2. One of these in here. Like, I don't... Why even bother? Because I guess the assumption is that you don't have zip ties, which I doubt that anyone who would be doing this particular work on their car doesn't have zip ties lying around. That's kind of unimaginable to me. But if you're trying to do the courteous thing as a manufacturer or a reseller, and including zip ties with it, why would you put all of them into the one? That means half your customers, just by chance, are not going to have access to these things until, I don't know, I guess they're expecting you to open up both of them first. But why even have the plastic around them? It's totally unnecessary. It's such a fucking waste. Put them both in the same fucking bag if you're gonna do that anyways. I don't actually give a shit that much. That's just, when I see stuff like that, it almost bothers me more when it matters not at all. Because it's such a small thing where it's like, you couldn't even just make 1 second to think through, hey, does any of what I'm doing right now make some sense? Look, I do a lot of things that, in retrospect, you look at it and you go, yeah, that didn't make sense. But you'd think somebody who is selling a product or, several products, has sold more than one product, especially of the same type. Get some feedback on some things, or just have one person whose job it is to go, hey, this is how we're going to ship this out. Does this make sense? And that person goes, well, no. That's gotta be a job, right? Who's that guy? What we did on the other side here was we took a little portion of this thing and we just took a nice, that should be just enough to get us over the hump on the other side here. Now, actually a better size zip tie for what I'm trying to do, so we're gonna go ahead and use it. Okay. Let's get over the edge of this bolt here. There we go. And then this part is the fun part. There we go. That's not even that bad now. Yeah, definitely making that cut makes this so much easier. Way easier. For sure, zippy up there. Let's see if I can just stab this over here. Rolled back a bit. There's definitely crap falling down, and it has not gotten in my eye, only through sheer luck and the grace of God. So just get a couple of clicks. A couple of clicks on our zip. You guys remember zip drives, huh? You remember? What about jazz drives? Remember those? Remember? Hey guys, do you remember old data storage formats? I do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that feels like it's on. I don't think that this thing is really all that necessary, if you ask me. Let's go ahead and clip our zip and get out of here. Now, flush cuts is the way to do this, period. That's gonna be our bellows anti-theft system there. Ooh yeah, that's a good anti-theft system right there. Anyone trying to steal my bellows is gonna get shaved. So if you only got a short one, so normally I would suggest using one longer than this, just because it gives you a little bit of tail to work with. But if it's something like this particular situation, and this is all you have, give it one click in, and then put it over what you're gonna do. Ooh, we're just getting lucky on that one. That was pretty tight. That was making me nervous. Making me nervous. I didn't want to look like an asshole there. And be like, oh, look, check out this handy tip, and then it doesn't work. Totally unnecessary handy tip. Yeah. Oh, I've got other zip ties. Here's a handy tip. Have many types of zip ties and other, temporary fastening devices as just part of your stock. Just get a little bin like that. Fill it up with a few different types. Costs hardly anything. This particular side is going way better than the other side. Way easier. That's fine. Here's our new tie rod. Get a few threads on here. Okay, this guy, we're gonna put it roughly in position. We're gonna put it almost to where we need it to be, and just give it like a little bit of space to where this tightens up, and then this goes like a half turn or whatever it is. Let's put this, because I remember seeing just a part of this, the start of the thread right there. Cool, that way we can make sure we got a good count. I think it was a little more that way. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that ridge. So we're gonna go to the center of valley number 5 here, and then we're gonna twist this in. Right? Let's double check our count one more time. So that was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're in the center of 5. Let's come back a little, like right there. Let's put the castle nut on here just so this thing doesn't go sliding around. And that's where it's supposed to be. Okay. Let's see if we can get any more out of that. I think that's that. Get our torque wrench out here. And on the other side, we were shooting for 43. Felt like we were kind of over torquing it there. It didn't feel like it wanted to click over. I'm not sure why that's the case, but definitely got like a dexterity indication that we might be stripping threads and doing undesirable things. Go down to the low number, which I believe is 36 foot-pounds. And if for some reason it seems clear that everything needs to be tightened down a little bit more than that, that option's always available. So yep, there. So this is 36 right now. There we go. Let's go a little higher. Let's see if we can do 40. There we go. That, I think, is going to do it for us pretty well. We'll zero it out here. Brand new cotter pin. Well, hello there, little buddy. And this is a lot of extra room on this here cotter pin, but... And I wouldn't normally bend both sides. Cool. That ain't going nowhere. Okay.